look, from a young age, my parents taught me, I was raised, whether it was credit card debt, housing, college, no one's coming to save me, and I shouldn't take out debts that I couldn't pay off. So they sacrificed, putting away for their retirement, their own continuing education, essentially their own class mobility, so that I could have some money saved up to go to university when it was time. I earned scholarship, and throughout college, I worked up to 3 jobs at a time to pay my own way, and I graduated with no student loan debt. I'm very grateful to be in that position. But I was upset when I realized, hey, wait a minute, there should have never been that level of sacrifice in the first place, because the federal government is responsible for jacking the price of tuition up so much that's become essentially unaffordable. Now, we got to tackle 2 things here. We've got to tackle the cost of higher education and the student debt crisis. Now, there are plenty of things you can do to reduce the cost of higher education, but I think that you're going to have an incomplete solution unless you get to the root of the systemic problem. And I think we need to have a complete and total shutdown of issuing federal guaranteed student loans until we can have the market reset and have the price of college come down to a point where any American should be able to reasonably afford it. Now, when you come to the student debt crisis, I mean, simply put, it's not fair to rob Peter to pay Paul, especially when Peter either paid off his loans or didn't go to college, right? It's the same principle why we shouldn't bail out Wall Street or big businesses at the expense of the American worker. I mean, we shouldn't be bailing folks out in the country and pitting them against each other. And that's where I stand.